Thanks. Smell it.
This Tennessee Shine Company Moonshine Dill Pickle.
Taints?
Tanks. Tanks.
That's a lot more spicy than it was a little bit ago. Why does high rye taste so much like pickle?
You know, that's a really good question.
Why do some rye seem more pickly than others?
These questions and more have us in a pickle.
And when are we gonna explore this topic?
We're gonna explore more right after this.
Don't come round and waste my time. A generation of my time. There is nothing we can do. Stop this plague from breaking through.
Welcome to Whiskey Pop. My name's Jeff.
And I'm still Zane.
And today we're gonna talk about pickles. Oh wait.
We're gonna talk about rye whiskey.
Oh, that's right. Rye whiskey and why sometimes it tastes like pickles.
And you know, the big long reason is we can't do that just yet.
Because we have a whiskey to pour.
That's exactly
And today
right.
we're gonna pour this new Riff single barrel rye whiskey because hey, we're talking about ryes today.
And that would be appropriate, correct?
To have a rye, right?
Yes.
So this is a nice high proof rye. So
I'm glad you decided to leave the plastic on so it takes longer to get into the bottle.
hey, it wasn't that bad. It's one of those pricey bottles.
It seems that we may be in a little bit of a pickle, Dick.
So you wanna smell this? Oh. I think I'm looking forward to drinking this.
Well, yeah. And then we're gonna also give a review on it, but when?
On Second Pour next Friday.
That's exactly right.
And actually next Friday, Second Pour is our 100th episode of Second Pour.
Wow.
So,
monumental.
I know, so a nice 100 plus proof whiskey.
100 proof.
100 plus proof whiskey.
Yeah, that's good.
And
yeah.
some new Riff, right?
Yeah, some new Riff.
Yeah.
I want to taste this down.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm salivating.
Are you?
Yes,
Oh, does it get the pickles?
maybe.
I'm Pickle Rick!
First thing we need to talk about, what is rye whiskey?
Rye whiskey is a whiskey that is required to use 51% rye,
Bourbon is,
51% corn.
so the distillation can be set no higher than 160 proof.
Right, and it has to what? Distill at least 40?
Yeah,
ABV?
at least 40 ABV.
Okay.
And then it's aged in new oak barrels, charred oak barrels, just like bourbon, but it doesn't have to be in there as long as bourbon.
Yeah, it's like the little less cousin of the bourbon.
Okay, so what are some actual flavors of rye? What are the tasting notes?
Or
of
the
rye?
tasting note.
No, generally.
Yeah, generally like peppery, spice.
Yeah, spice is usually attributed as the thing that even when you have rye in bourbon,
Yes.
that's what brings out that heat, that spice and kicky, that pepper kick in bourbon, right?
And then they also, on the total kind of flip side, you a lot of times have that real fruit kind of a flavor.
Well, I also think oak may be like an actual.
That's a mainstay flavor.
If you're
all
bu-
whiskey, I mean, come on, what are we talking about?
If
here?
you're buying a rye and it doesn't taste like oak at all,
Yeah, you might have missed it.
it might not ever touch the barrel.
Yeah.
Oh, don't mind me. I've seen a barrel of pickles in my day.
Here's one that I don't tend to pick up all the time, but they say that it tends to have an earthy note.
Yeah, I don't get that a lot, but the more pickly it is,
Yeah.
I tend to get the more earthy note.
Do you feel like pickles are more earthy?
Yeah, I
They
think so.
come
I
out of the ground.
don't know what this is, but whatever that is, I'm pretty sure.
Hey, Chris, what's with your leg? Oh my God, that's not your leg!
So some whiskey experts claim that pickle flavor you're talking about
Yes.
is produced by the same kind of umami sensation that we get of other foods. So that savory note.
Right, which
that
is
we get.
considered one of the 5 staple flavoring profiles of the world.
Right, exactly
is,
right.
yeah.
Completely. There are a lot of products that are really focusing on that umami, type of flavor. There's even whiskeys that's a big focus for them.
But the focus on it, is it happenstance? Is it on purpose? Is it
Kind of both.
Yeah, that's what I wondered.
It's kind of both. So see, the thing about what's happening in rye and its process actually comes down to the mash bill and the fermentation.
So fermentation and the mash bill, then we're also going to be what? Discussing like the alcohols that are in it, correct?
Correct, but there's something that's happening in that fermentation process that really lends to that pickle flavor.
Please don't tell me it involves bacteria defecating.
It does kind of, but lactobacillus is that bacteria.
Yeah, okay.
What it leaves behind is lactic acid. The lactic acid reacts with ethanol to form these esters.
Oh, yes.
So during that fermentation process, right? Toward the back end, while the alcohols are now eating up all the sugars and creating that bacteria.
Right.
Okay, so that's starting to produce a lot more lactic acid.
And that itself does what?
Lactic acid releases like these esters and these alcohols that makes that flavor.
I gotcha.
So overall, the whiskey is getting a lot of that dill, the umami flavor from those lactic acids. Now, there's lots of different bacteria happening in that process too, and all that bacteria, different types of bacteria can bring in those flavor profiles
like your
too.
fruits and your this and that.
Correct.
Yeah, of course.
But they also, the more heavier the lactic acid is, the higher chances you're gonna have that dill pickle flavor that you're getting.
Now, how does this actually affect like what we call the mash itself?
Have you ever heard the term sour mash?
Exactly, the sour mash.
So, and here's something I learned all this. I hadn't really looked into. I was like, what is sour mash? So, in the process of making whiskey, now this is bourbon and rye. This is anything that has rye in it. They will leave behind a certain portion of that lactic acid still in the tank. So that lactic acid is kind of lined into that tank, and they'll put a new mash started inside of that.
Okay.
So that is called sour mash. That's the sour mash. Now here's the funny part. A lot of people buy rye from MGP.
Right, that's because it's so hard to make, and they just seem to
It's
be
just
really
easier.
good at it.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of MGPs taste very similar.
Yeah, well, you know, if you buy from MGP, it's going to taste similar, possibly, to other people that buy from MGP.
Exactly right. So, but well, here's what some professionals believe, some scientists believe, that MGP may be intentionally leaving their tanks that way, making sour mash, or B,
Did you say taints?
Tanks.
Okay.
Or B, they're not cleaning out their tanks enough, and it's leaving that sour mash, that lactic acid.
So you're saying they got a stanky tank?
They do have a stinky tank.
Nobody in this world would naturally want a stanky tank. However, in the world of rye whiskey, sometimes that's pretty great.
Some producers intentionally want that. They're wanting that.
Yeah, sure.
That kind of that umami, that sour dill pickle, sour mash flavor.
Yeah.
It's intentional. But then some is not. And you know, sometimes you get it where it's like just too much.
Yeah.
And I've seen you even at times go, oh no.
Oh, sure.
You're turned off by it.
Yeah.
That's what's happening here, is that lactic acid buildup is what's producing that dill flavor. So, I mean, it seems like a basic thing, right?
It seems like simple enough, but there is enough like different ryes out there that don't carry it.
That's true, but they're not MGP. I attend with some of the experts in this. I do believe that a lot of
Because
MGP
they're
ryes.
gross and nasty.
Well, maybe, but there's a lot of great MGP ryes.
Oh, there is. I'm just saying.
We've loved on quite a few of them ourselves. But I think that's what creates that MGP rye flavor that people are buying.
Yeah.
I think that's why there's these craft bourbon companies who are buying that rye specifically from them, because they're trying to get that.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So, but then you're shocked when you have a rye. I've seen you be shocked when we get a rye that doesn't have that dill pickle flavor. You're like, holy crap.
Yeah, because so many of them do.
So like, the list some, there are MGP ryes by Whistle Pig.
Okay.
High West Rye.
Right.
Angel's Envy, Bullet Rye, Redemption Rye. These are just a few of those people using MGP products. And that's why they all kind of taste pickly.
Look! He's been hiding the pickles under his tongue the whole time.
You're always talking about how you're getting pickle on a lot of our whiskey reviews, right?
Oh yeah, it's all the time.
And at this time of year, Thanksgiving, what is that one flavor that's really popular with everything?
Oh, I don't know.
Pumpkin spice, right? It's
It's
everywhere.
We hate it.
But one thing that has become popular is pickled flavored items in everyday stuff.
Everyday stuff.
So we thought we would try some pickle flavored
Oh
items
God.
and see if it really does is the pickle flavor
What
you're
part
getting out
of
of
we
rye.
are we talking about?
You and I.
Okay.
We.
You are gonna try it, and I'm gonna try it.
We're both trying it.
Okay.
And maybe Mr. Producer and
Okay.
whoever else we can like
Because
on and off on.
pickle is the flavor of the season.
For this season it is. So our first thing we're gonna have is these Planters Cashew Dill Pickle flavored nuts.
Sounds great.
Oh, he's excited.
Oh my, look at this.
Look at this. Yeah, see, wow. I had a feeling my blood pressure's gonna go up all this salt.
Do not smell it ahead of time.
No, I'm not smelling it. We're going in. Oh, that's not bad. I feel like the pickle part's just on the front. After that, it's just nuts.
Yeah, it smells like butt.
How much butt you've been smelling lately?
Hey, sometimes you just can't help it. You're walking around in public
You're smelling butt?
and it just wafts.
You just run up and smell people's tanks?
I just walk straight up to it and say, excuse me.
Take a deep breath and smell it.
Oh,
This next thing, you know how we love popcorn.
yeah, of course.
It's Thanksgiving too, and that's like a Thanksgiving meal, right?
Well, of course, according to Peanuts.
So this is dill pickle flavored popcorn.
Now, see, I think I have an unopened
Do you have
shape
that little seasoner thing?
of that.
Oh my god.
Is it good?
Actually, I'm really good. Let me see that. What is that?
It's pickle and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Or something.
It is dill pickle popcorn seasoning by Orville Redenbacher.
That slaps.
It does it not?
I mean, it is really
Oh,
pickly, but
it's good, isn't it?
that's good.
I mean, who needs pumpkin spice latte when you got this kind of stuff?
Yeah. No.
I have 2 pickles. I have 2 pickles. I have 2 pickles today.
Our next thing is I think it's a fried pickle dip
That sounds terrible. Hold on, let me wash that down.
with some whiskey. You want to wash that down with some whiskey? So, it's the woo. Tell me that pickle didn't take the level of that whiskey.
That's a lot more spicy than it was a little bit ago.
What? Well, I just raised the level of that. It's something to remember.
Hey, when you want a pair of whiskeys and make them blow up in your face,
Pickle.
pickle.
You know what we should try though before we get that dip?
Oh, your jar of
We got
pickle.
this Tennessee Shine Company Moonshine Dill Pickles. So basically it's pickles and moonshine.
Sounds like an awesome idea, actually.
We probably should get a fork or something unless we just want to stick our finger in there. and
Put your
ruin
meaty finger in
it.
there.
My meaty finger in there and ruin it forever. Oh, we smell that.
It stinks. Smell it.
We actually almost reviewed this because we thought it would be funny to just review.
Actually, that's not bad at all. That smells good. I like pickles in general.
I
but
like
this
pickles,
This
too.
isn't like that
Oh,
horrible.
look at there. Here we go. It's a fork. Oh man, now we're like civilized.
Oh my word.
Okay, let's do this. Let's see.
There he goes. And one to Mr. Producer. He's got to suffer. So the pickle's good.
Moonshine, maybe not.
We ready?
Oh
Yep.
yes.
What you got there? Ooh.
Your chips.
And this is the fried pickle.
This is your fried pickle dip.
Ooh, smell that.
Yeah. Okay. That doesn't stink.
No,
No butt here.
no tank.
Yeah, that doesn't like
Get a good amount of
There's
it.
not a stinky tank going on in here.
Oh, dude, I'm hungry. That's really good.
That did not suck.
Damn it. Hang on.
I think there's a theme here. Pickle flavors are popular for a reason.
Oh, good.
I just happen to get a little chip.
Why don't you just pick the biggest chip out of there?
Excuse me while I...
We can up this. We got this dip. I think we have some dill pickle chips.
There we go.
This is the dill pickle chips.
Who makes those?
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna dip it in this.
That's not real dill pickle.
Lay's dill pickle flavored chips.
Oh, I've had these.
You had these? You've been holding out on me?
the dip is way better than the chip.
Well,
So
that's fried pickle dip.
if you eat the chip, you kind of got to do it by itself.
The bad thing about Lay's, you ever notice that they're so damn thin?
Hey, you gonna break off another third piece of that?
Can't dip a Lay for nothing. What are these?
There are dill pickle mingles.
Mingles.
My God, I remember like Mingle advertisements.
Pringle Mingles.
They had to have redone these, right?
Dill, pickle, and ranch.
We need to look this up. Was that like a pulp culture reference right there, Mingles?
Mingles?
Are they like from a long time ago that just came out again?
No. That requires my phone.
15 minutes later.
Well,
Man, you're making stuff
to
up.
be continued.
All right, whatever. Oh, man. I know something they've been making over here in the Whiskey Pop kitchen.
Oh, yeah?
I was smelling it earlier when we were getting set up.
Yeah, I smelled it too.
This, if I remember right. Uh-oh, what is this? Ketchup?
Dill pickle ketchup.
Dill pickle ketchup?
Well,
With French fries.
Dill pickle ketchup with French fries.
I think you should reach way over there and knock that off while you eat out of it.
No, dang. That's actually really amazing.
Why does that doesn't taste bad at all.
Dill pickle tomato ketchup by Heinz.
My God. Damn, I've been missing things my whole life and didn't know it.
Man, I might have to start adding this to my... You put it on a burger, you don't need pickles.
You know, you got something there.
You know, I could probably eat this all day.
Mr. Producer, you should try this.
You should try this. Here, hey, try this, David. Ooh, look, there's a hand. You see the hand? He does exist.
And the answer is?
Mikey likes it. He really likes it.
He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
What is this?
This is pickled pizza.
Pickled pizza.
We have pickled pizza, ladies and gentlemen. And I just poured cheese on the table. Pickle. Like, is this a legit recipe?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, my word. Why do I have to smell everything?
Let me drink whiskey. Oh, I hate to tell you, that's pretty damn good.
You know, that kind of pisses me off.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. There's no meat on this. It's literally just pickle and cheese and
Now, wait. Now, see?
sauce.
I don't even know what to say.
All I say is, hey, does rye taste like pickles to you?
Sometimes it does, sometimes it don't.
When it does, just get some pickles.
And please, don't forget to ding our dong.
Right here and like, share, and
Subscribe.
And be sure to check out our other episodes. We do tons of crazy stuff and other reviews as well.
That we curate just for you.
Just for you. And don't forget to catch us next Friday?
Yeah, it's gonna be Friday.
Next Friday. That pickle just went down wrong too. New Riff single barrel Kentucky straight rye whiskey. It's 114 proof and we're gonna review that.
So beware or be square. I don't even know what the heck was that.
In the meantime, be safe and we will see you next Friday for second pour.
Cheers.
Cheers.